So I was in my bed watching the Mario movie, of course in HD quality. I'll put the link in the comments below. When a single thought struck my mind. Is it gayer to like guys dressed up as girls or girls dressed up as guys? I mean, if it's a femboy and you're attracted to their physical appearance, that's gotta be straight cause they're super feminine, right? But then they got a dick and going off my search history, 9 out of 10 times is usually bigger than your own. But then if you're interested in a tomboy, that's still gay as fuck cause they look like a dude and you're basically saying you're attracted to how guys look. But they're also a girl, so you see what I mean? And as I was contemplating this life-changing dilemma, my younger brother walked into the room and asked if I wanted to have either McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. And then it hit me. You see, hip-hop is in an interesting state right now, where this year alone we've been overly blessed with a handful of refreshing projects. And 3 of my favorite artists of all time are expected to drop full fleshed out albums this year. Wowzers. And I know Tyler just dropped like 8 fucking songs and 4 music videos already, but like, come on. He's definitely got some more for us in that chocolate stash of his. People have their big 3 of hip hop, and as far as I've seen, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole usually dominate these 3 spots. But I feel like some light needs to shine on these other artists who's been around for just as long and have taken a more creative direction in their artistry as well as their brands, sounds, and visuals. Not taking away anything from the 3 I mentioned before, y'all know how much I love to dick ride Kendrick, but I feel like these other 3 need a lane of their own to truly stand out and shine for what they've done. With a lot of thought gone into this, A$AP Rocky, Tyler the Creator, and Travis Scott are artists who've gone down 3 completely different paths of creativity, and hopefully this video inspires you, the viewer, and maybe even other upcoming artists in any genre, to figure out what direction you'd also like to tread in. Remember, this is just my opinion, and as y'all know, I love it when you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I heart everything, but yeah, let's get into it. Path 1 is all about staying true to yourself in a world that heavily rewards the mainstream. Disclaimer, there's nothing wrong with being mainstream. I mean, it's mainstream for a reason. It's digestible, simple to understand, and actually appeals to a wide range of people from all over. And as you'll see with path number 2, that can be a good thing. Actually, I think it is a good thing. However, not going for a sound that appeals to a lot of people can turn away a lot of listeners away from you, even at times hindering you financially. Still, there are some artists out there who are okay with this, while never feeling pressure to give in to the general audience's expectations. Tyler is one of those people. In fact, Tyler has not only maintained his vision from the start of his career, but evolved it in a way where even the general audience can appreciate his work for what it is. I've seen countless people say that Tyler has changed, and this is also reflected in things like the shift in his sound, subject matter, and even appearance, but I kind of disagree with that, and according to some recent interviews I've seen, Tyler may or may not disagree with it too. I mean, of course he's changed as a person. The nigga's like, what, 33, 32? Like, that's to be fucking expected. He's not that edgy 17-year-old kid who screams on the mic about rape in order to get a reaction out of people anymore. But a lot of things that he's tried to do back then are still some of the same things he tries to do now. For one thing, chords and chord progressions have always been something Tyler feels are important to him when making music, especially those killer bridges. Look, listen to anything off of everything he's ever put out, even as far back to his At Your Own Risk days. Blending these angelic chords over these hard and gritty beats has always been a sound Tyler has tried and continues to make. And to be honest, he's gotten better with it as the years have continued. From the low quality synth sounds of Bastard to the dark simplistic style of Goblin, around Wolf I think he implemented music theory and shifted to a more orchestral sound before going guns blazing with this new direction Cherry Bomb. From there he honed his sound down and compressed it a bit more in Flower Boy before going full throttle once again in Igor, this time with a more mature and concise direction. Finally, on Call Me, he stretches his sound out a bit more, allowing room for him to freely do whatever the fuck he wants to on each track, in this case embracing his lyrical aspect. Like, think about it. Tyler, musically, really hasn't changed all that much. And in this instance, he's only gotten better at what he does. And sure, it may have taken him about a decade to finally get recognized for how talented he truly is. But I'm sure this 2-time Grammy-winning artist will tell you that staying true to himself was one of the best things he's ever done. Not every artist who chooses this path may get the rewards Tyler himself reaped, but it sure as hell will feel good knowing that you stay true to yourself, especially seeing all the change you've undergone in a world that constantly pressures you in staying the same. Okay, so let's say you said, fuck that, I want recognition right now. Well, good news for you, you can always do what Travis did. In his community, it's pretty much agreed on that Travis's magnum opus was, and probably still is to a lot of people, Rodeo. Not only was this album extremely innovative for its time, but it completely reshaped the trap genre itself, oozing with creativity in every creak and cranny of this project. It's even more exciting when you see the tapes that led up to Rodeo, being Owl Pharaoh and Days Before. Cudi West clearly had a direction he was trying to achieve, and in 2015 he came to his own sound, with the world forever knowing him as Travis $ Scott. Oh, wait, the ASAP allegations are getting crazy. Remove the $ now. Travis Scott. Now, from here on, Travis could have done one of two things. Either continue to perfect his sound and run a risk of facing backlash that could stagnate his public affection and sales, or embrace the mainstream without fully embracing the mainstream. What? You see, Travis has done something not a lot of artists are good at doing. People in general. With his impeccable ear for hits, Travis has found a way to merge his own style with that of the mainstream. In return, you can hear a song and know it's a Travis Scott song, but it's not too distinct in which it'll turn away thousands of people who tune in. This level of genius and skill has rewarded Travis with the almost overnight success he saw between Birds in the Trap and quite arguably present day. He's a force to be reckoned with on features, and even the artists he collabs with, as mainstream as they may be, are used in innovative ways on his own projects, often bringing out the best traits of each artist in a way that, get this, complements his own. You gotta give the dude credit, he knows what the fuck he's doing. When it comes to listening to Travis's music, anywhere can be the dance floor, from clubs to Fortnite coffins. I don't look down on people who take this method, although trust me, it is incredibly hard to pull off correctly. Now, let's say you say, fuck it. You don't give a fuck about other people's sounds or even your own. You just want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, A$AP Rocky. Rocky already captivated the mainstream sound on Long Live A$AP, as well as developed his own strictly unique style on Live Love. But let me ask you something. Let's say you collected all of Rocky's most popular songs from each album and put them into one big playlist. Isn't it funny how none of the shit he puts out sounds the fucking same? Like, ask a Travis fan what their favorite album is, and it's usually torn between Rodeo and Astroworld. Ask a Tyler fan, and his later 3 projects usually poppin', with Wolf poking its head in every once in a while. Ask a Rocky fan that shit, and all hell breaks loose. Rocky has this thing where he wants to try out different sounds, making sure nothing he puts out sounds the same, and while some praise him for staying true to his craft and putting the art over everything else, others criticize him for huge inconsistencies between projects, with most things being either a hit or a miss. Each year his sound gets more and more distinct as the level to his creativeness rises, from the refreshing, hazy, and synth-heavy sound of Live Love A$AP, to the bling era East Coast dominant digital sound of Long Live. Even the murky and dreamlike sounds of At Long Last pale to the distorted, unmixed, and industrial collage that we call testing. If there's one thing that we know A$AP will prioritize, it's atmosphere, and with the new singles and videos he's been putting out, Don't Be Dumb is going to be something that shatters expectations. And like Travis, Rocky also needs some credit. No matter what era he's in, he always has a song that blows up and garners his mass attention. Whether that be between Peso, Fucking Problems, Everyday, LSD, and Praise the Lord, Rocky always manages to strike gold somewhere. This path, in my opinion, is the riskiest to take. Not only is it guaranteed to divide your audience, but the chance of making sure your work lands can be slim to none. Just remember, it's never zero. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It really was fun to make, and as I'm like doing this last part now and I'm like editing and everything, it's so fucking annoying how long videos take to edit, especially on the fucking phone, but it was whatever. I really had fun doing this. I hope you guys really learned something. You know, just let me know your thoughts in the comments if you agreed, if you don't agree. If you're interested in the music you hear in the background, although I'm pretty sure you won't be able to hear it much, that's like the stuff I produce. It's all of my and I have many channels, so it's on one of my 7 channels. But if I see people ask for it, I'll put a link in the description or in the comments or whatever. But yeah, so, you know, super excited to see what these guys release this year. Seriously, my top 3. Just remember to let me know anything you want me to know in the comments, and I will get back to you later. But yeah. That's about it. Bye-bye!
Mufasa, you know we finally here, right?
Well,
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again, it's Saturday, Sunday. Hey, hey, Let's go! What?